All right, what's up, everybody? I just wanted to do a quick little intro here. What you're about to see yesterday was someone asked me what my kind of goals were as a YouTuber, and I answered that. And then I also got into like what my past was and how I've always wanted to be a YouTuber since I was like 16, so on and so forth. So I kind of go into a whole spiel. I think the video is like 50 minutes long. So again, apologies for the length. But if you ever wanted to know just kind of basic questions of what my goals are as a YouTuber and what I had to go through to get to where I am now, and my kind of views on some things, this is the video for you. Enjoy. A question: Are you? Hold on, let me read this. Are you striving for a YouTube career, and if so, are you working on the side to earn money for now? Yeah, so Harb. So I would say I mean, you can probably go through all my my announcements for my like 400, 500 subs, 100 subs, yada yada yada. Um, Probably my end goal with this is, I mean, how to put this? I genuinely love to play games and a very large variety of games. If you look through my channel, I would love to make a list someday of all the games I play. Like, Jesus. So I genuinely love to play a variety of games, and a lot of these games are co-op or multiplayer, and I love to play with people that, as long as we have a good time, and they're not like fucking douchebags or assholes. So yeah, I really like playing games, and games is a big part of me. So there's one for my YouTube career. Two is I'm also a game designer. I have a bachelor's degree in game design, and unfortunately I have no professional experience. And I have plenty of ideas and have the scraping rounds of my first project that I might do this year. I don't really know yet. I'm trying to see how I can work that schedule in of starting to like do a day or two a week dedicated to just game design, no streaming, no games, just work and that. So I would love to do the game design. That's two. And three is I have to work full time. So for the career wise, my goals for the YouTube career is either option A. Let me back up a second here because that rogue's gonna toss a fucking rock. Maybe? No? Nope. Okay. My goals for that career is I would love for this to take off and make enough money to swap out my full-time job. Because right now I work full-time government, and I don't want to work government. I would like to be, you know, a game designer for, even if it's for a fucking AAA studio or indie or whatever, you know, whatever. But that's what I would definitely like to do, is work at a game design studio. So if YouTube takes off and makes enough money to where that pays my bills and I don't have to work anymore, then I will do a full swap over to streaming as my full-time job. And then instead of right now, half my day is working, half my day is streaming, I could do half my day of streaming and then half my day of game design. So then I'll be able to stream what I love to play with my community, make money, pay my bills, and then the other half of the day, I can then make my own projects, game design, if it's by myself, or maybe instead of, if I'm not doing it myself, maybe make it like a small team, or if I'm lucky enough, I could start working at a game design studio. That would be awesome too. But yeah, those are my goals right now. My goal is to get YouTube to pay my bills, so I can make my own games and or get hired with a game design studio. So yeah. And as for making money wise, I am at the point where I'm at the point where I have memberships, and I have super chats, and I have super comments, super likes, and all that stuff. So I have ways where, you know, my members and people could send me money, like donations, and be a member. I have that on already. I've earned that, made that point. However, I am still 79. Yeah, I'm still 79 subs and about 250 watch hours away from ads. And every YouTuber knows that's how you make the money, is ads and sponsorships. And with that being said, I'm like right there, right there. So I'm hoping by the end of this summer, because last summer is what really skyrocketed me. Because last summer I had like maybe 200 subs. Like today, a year ago. Let me look. Hold on, because I have this written down. All right. Oh, perfect. Yeah, April 28th. So in 9 days from now, in 9 days a year ago, I hit 200. And then within like a 4 month span, I skyrocketed straight to 800. I think by August, was it August or September? Okay, my bad. In August, I hit 600 and I hit 700 in August. And then I became a YouTube partner on September 5th. And then I hit 800 in October, and then I hit 900 a month ago. So I'm really hoping that this summer I kind of get that same kind of whoosh and pass that 1,000 mile marker, and we can start making some real money on YouTube. You know, even if it's like, I think I did like what's the average number of money that a YouTuber makes per like 1,000 whatever, yada yada yada, and I did the math, and it's like, I think with my current views and like watch time, and then maybe translates to ad views, yada yada yada, I could maybe pull in 80 to 100 bucks a month right now, I think, on just YouTube, if I were to do the ad views and stuff. Which, I mean, hey, that stacks up over time, but I'm just saying, like, you know, that's real money. That's literally money I could, I mean, technically I have money on the account right now that I can't pull out because they won't let you pull it out till you hit 100. But right now, memberships and everything, I think I'm at $88. And like I said, I unlocked it in September. So, I mean, right there, that's $88 that I could say, yeah, I made on YouTube. I made on YouTube streaming games. So, yeah, my goal is to have YouTube take off, become a full-time streamer, YouTube streamer. Maybe do some shorts, maybe do some videos, and then on the side, make my own games, make my own projects. Maybe be an indie developer. Maybe put them on Steam. In my opinion, I don't think I'm gonna do early access. I'd rather ship to a full, finished project. I understand indies that do early release stuff, but I might not, unless my idea of my project really gets bigger, like it expands much more than when I originally conceived it, like right now. Maybe I would, but I probably won't, because I want to do something that's nice, finished, packaged, and done for my first project. Second project, we'll see. But my first project, no, it's got to be something that's like finished. I can just put out there, maybe do some bug fixes and stuff, but that's about it, What's up, Bugman? We gotta get a stream game up where all viewers can join. Yeah, like what? Name the game, man. I don't really know what games where all viewers can join. I mean, I've done Siege a few times. I was like, hey, anybody can join on Siege. I don't play COD often, but what I do, I mean, sure, even though there's only like, what, 6 on each team. So I'm just like, ugh. What else? I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't know. Tarkov, I remember I've done a few Tarkov games. I was like, hey, anybody's welcome to join. I've memorized almost all the tasks from 0 to like 30, 35, as long as they're not the newer tasks. So I was like, hey, I'll hop out, whatever, I don't care, let's go, let's do this. So, I mean, just depends on what game, I guess. Botman, I'm downloading Spider-Man 2 right now. Damn, 108 gigs is a lot. Yeah. Spider-Man 1 was a fucking amazing. I cried at the end. I legit, man, cried at the end with Aunt May. That hit me hard. I did not play Spider-Man Miles Morales or Spider-Man 2 yet. I need to, but I have not. I have not gotten there yet, but I need to for sure. I know my brother owns them on Steam, so I technically own them through Steam Family Library. What's up, Josh? Can you give Louis some pets for me, please? I did give him pets. I've been giving him pets. Shit, I've been giving him pets. But he's over there enjoying the fresh air right now, which is not too hot out, so I'll leave the window open for now. If you like fishing, I recommend Fishing Planet. I cannot stand fishing, dude. So people are like, what kind of games do you play? And I'm like, dude, I play everything. I play any game you can think of. They're like, okay, well, what don't you play? I was like, okay, that's probably easier to name. I don't play any sports, racing, fishing slash hunting. I'll do farming games that have fishing and hunting and stuff like that, like Stardew Valley and Ranch Simulator has fishing and hunting. But I won't play a fishing game or a hunting game. I will not play those. And then for horror ones, I mean, depends on the horror, I guess. The big one, everyone's like, oh my god, do you play this? You know, do you play Souls-like? I'm like, no, but like, I want to play Elden Ring. Like, that's a big thing that everyone's saying, hey man, if you want to get into this, play Elden Ring. And it is on my list. I don't know if I own it. I think my brother owns it, so therefore I own it. So it's definitely on my list. But as you guys have seen, I have a shit ton on my plate right now. Let me just go back. Motherfucker, he's right there. He's right there. I can't sneak around because he's right there. Harb. Wish you... Hold on, Josh. Same here. I cried at the end of Spider-Man 2. Hey, no spoilers. No spoilers, Josh. Put you in timeout. No spoilers. Harb. Wish you the best on that. Honestly, in my opinion, as streamer, it's possibly the best job of all time. Getting paid would be a dream. Yeah, biggest thing with... Well, I'll read the rest of these and I'll say what I was going to say. I have 3 to 4 hours. About, man, I can't today, dude. I got to grind this, bro. I have... Look right here, right? I got... Over there. Up there where it says, you need 88,000 more honor. I have to do that between now and Tuesday. And I'd rather just do it now because I'm live streaming right now. So I don't have time today, buddy. Do not have time. Harb. Oh yeah, Elden Ring, trust me, it's possibly the GOAT, highly likely #1. It's on my list, man. It's on my list. I have too much shit on my plate, and from what I hear, Elden Ring is extremely fucking hard, especially for non-Souls-like people. So it's like, yeah. So I want to dedicate time to Elden Ring to where I can actually rage and continue, not just feel like... I don't want to rage quit and be like, oh, well, I have to get off in an hour and a half, so I might as well just... I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I give up, you know. I'm not that type of person. I'm not that type of gamer. I don't rage quit, but it sounds like this game makes people rage quit, so I'm like, I want to dedicate real time to that, so... but as I was saying, Harm, yeah, so for streamer, yeah, I have wanted to do YouTube ever since I found Vanoss Gaming and all them back in the Black Ops 2 days. I've always wanted to do that. Problem is, at 16, I think I was 16. So I had split parents, so I would go to my dad's every other weekend. At his place, of course, he had internet. He had whatever it is, DSL or high speed. I don't remember exactly what he called years ago. I don't fucking remember, but he had internet. He had good internet. So that's where I would game, right? Because he would give me some games, stuff like that. At my mother's, out in bumfuck nowhere country, Yahoo! No, we had nothing. We had dial-up. And if I remember correctly, I literally tried to convince them on her, I don't know what the fuck she had back then, and put on dial-up. And I remember we got to the point where I logged in, and then once I logged in, you have to download it, right? So it said downloading, and then the little bar would show up for downloading. I'm not shitting you. We let that thing sit there for 2 days. 2 days! And it did not finish. It did not finish downloading. It just died. It just said error or some shit like that. So internet was not a thing now until I was like, I don't know, 16. And even then it was through DSL, which is through the phone line. And if you understand how I'm trying to put this, dial-up was probably like half a megabyte maybe per second. I don't know. I don't remember the stats that well. But it was like maybe half a megabyte per second. DSL, which is what we upgraded to, I think was like 2 or 3. I think it was like, oh, you're supposed to be able to have up to 5 or something like that. But no. I'm pretty sure if I remember correctly, DSL was like 2 or 3 megabytes per second. So like, sure, it was internet, but it was here's another one for people who really grew up during the internet times. It was so slow that you had to pull up like a YouTube video and you would have to pause the video, let it load for the next, like, I don't know, like you would pull up the video, you'd pause it, you go make yourself a sandwich, get yourself a drink, take like 5 minutes, come back, and then press play on that video to play the video. So it wouldn't have to stop and load and 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 stop and load. Jesus, it was awful. Oh my God, that was horrible. I hated those days. So that's what we upgraded to, right? So back in those days, if you go look at all these big time YouTubers like Vanos Gaming Crew and all them, they talked about how, yeah, whenever they would record or something like that, it would be like, a 5, 10 minute, 15-minute video, and they'd have to let it upload like for a whole day, day and a half, 2 days. Well, my internet was so awful, I couldn't even do that if I wanted to. And then on top of all that is, I did have a computer. However, I don't think I started moving it to play WoW until I was like 18. My computer and all my rig stuff was at my dad's because he was the one that had kept it up and managed it, yada, yada, yada. But I don't think I started bringing it to my mom's until I was about 18. And that was because we had upgraded, the DSL had upgraded again to like 5 megabytes. I think it was like 5 or 10. It's probably like 10. Let's just say 10. So it was able to hold the connection needed for WoW. And I was like, okay, if they can handle WoW, I'll take it. So other than the PC, so before PC, this is when I found Vanos and them, I only had an Xbox 360. You ain't gonna capture shit on that. And even if you do, you have to get, the Elgato or whatever capture cards, and then you have to plug it in your controller to capture the audio, and it's a fucking mess. And little old me, 16, 17 years old, working lower than minimum wage because I was a minor at McDonald's or wherever I was working at the time. All that money was being spent on like gas, fucking food, out to eat, games, all the shit that a teenager me would do, whatever. So I never just had, $300 or $400 worth to throw around and go get this capture card. And on top of that, even if I were to get the capture card, and even if I were able to record it, that's if the 360 could hold the internet connection required to fucking play Call of Duty without crashing. And then somehow I'd have to store it. I don't know, or no, I couldn't do that unless I had a computer with me. So the capture card and all that stuff you couldn't do unless you had the computer, which, as I just said, I didn't bring the computer to my mom's house until I was like 18. So 2 years, 16 to 18, I wanted to do YouTube, couldn't do it, didn't have the capacity. So by the time I hit 18 and like 19, then I started having the PC, but the PC was garbage. Like it could not record anything. Like literally, it could play WoW and maybe a Diablo 2 and maybe like another game or two, but that's it. It was a very simple computer. It was not that beefy. So no, it could not record anything. And I highly doubt. I remember I hooked up. I did buy an Elgato one day because I think I had it for many years. I had just packed it away. I remember I had an Elgato card, and I remember I tried to do it. When did I move out? I moved out in 19. Yeah, I think I moved out in 19. Are you guys still listening? Do I need to keep telling this story? Because I don't see anybody saying anything, and I don't want to just be speaking to a brick wall here. But I'll keep talking in case you are. So when you said rough childhood earlier, you weren't kidding, damn. Well, rough as in, that's just like gaming rough. I'm not talking about like, emotional, fucked up life rough. I mean, I had a bumpy, but I wouldn't call it rough. Okay, you guys are still here. Awesome. Okay, all right. So where was I at? So yeah, I moved out in 19. So when I was when I graduated, I was 18, 19. I was a hardcore Xbox gamer. I had given up on trying to do the YouTube stuff because, again, I didn't have the capacity. So I upgraded from the Xbox 360 to the Xbox One in, I think it was 2016, because I think it released in 2015 and I got it a year after. I'm pretty sure, or something. I don't remember. No, maybe it released in 2014 and I got it in 2015. That's probably what happened. So I bought it with my graduation money that everyone gave me for graduating, whatever, yada yada yada. What was I saying? Yeah, so I got the Xbox One. That one had the capacity to record clips. It was, hey, capture the last 30 seconds. Hey, capture the last minute. Hey, capture the last 5 minutes. I think the last 5 minutes is the longest it would do, or like last minute or something like that. So when I got that, I was actually interested. I was like, okay, hold on. I might be able to do like some clip stuff and upload. So at that point in time, I also had worked at Arby's. And I think my manager, he was also a gamer too, and I would go hang out at his place sometimes. We'd play Battlefield 4, which that guy introduced me to Battlefield. Had no idea what a Battlefield was. No idea. My cousins would mention Battlefield, and I would see like images of it, not 4, the older ones, and it just looked so janky and empty, and I was like, how the fuck is that fun? And then the guy at managers at Arby's, he brought me, or when I went to his place, he's like, yeah, let's play some Battlefield 4. I was like, Battlefield? Come on, man. Call of Duty all the way. He's like, no, dude, trust me, it's good. So, played Battlefield split screen at his place. Dude, I was instant hooked. Instant hooked. I was like, oh my god, what the fuck is this? And so yeah, I gamed with him a lot, and during that time is when I really branched out with gaming on the Xbox, rather than just Call of Duty and whatever else I was playing on 360. So that is when I was like, you know what? Maybe I can do some of these little clips. Maybe I can record something, clip something, and throw it on YouTube. So I did. I made a YouTube account. It is currently still up. If you guys, I could probably tell you the title, or the name of the channel, and it's still there. You know what? Here, I'll pull it up real quick. Hold on, guys. I'll pull it up. I know the videos are still up. And they're fucking ancient. Let me see. Hold on. Yep, there it is. 14 subscribers and 21 videos. Oh, that's right. I completely forgot about that. And also, once I had on the side of doing Xbox on these little clips, as I told you, I had my computer and I was playing WoW, and it could handle WoW. And so I was like, if it can handle WoW, can it handle recording WoW? And so I tested it, and sure enough, yeah, it could handle recording WoW. So my let me check this out. Yeah, here you go. So my channel intro, my very first, I think my first or second video that I ever put out was February 23rd of 2016. So there you go. Yeah, I bought it. I bought the Xbox One in 2015. I probably brought my PC over around that same time and started playing WoW. And early 2016 is when I launched this first channel. And the first 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The first 9 videos that I've ever put up were all World of Warcraft. All of them. Every single one. And then I put one in for Battlefield 4 sniper montage, because I was a fucking god sniping. And I remember I recorded it on the Xbox using that Elgato card. I recorded it there, and I played it. Then I had a Black Ops 3 epic comeback video, which I actually liked that video. That was a good video. That was a great match as well. Another WoW, and then my best Battlefield 1 ever was Headshot Sniping Rampage 8 years ago. And then I tried to do this is when I had moved out. I remember I moved out at this time. I remember I was like, man, I know I love playing multiplayer. I love playing Battlefield, but like I only have shit to put up if it's like funny moments and stuff like that. But I don't do that 24/7, and funny moments and shit, it doesn't happen all the time. So I'm actually doing what I'm already doing right now on my channel. Is I was like, you know what? What if I just do a campaign walkthrough, kind of like the YouTuber The Rad Brad? If you guys have ever heard of him, he's awesome. Check him out. I watched him for years on just kind of seeing at least an episode or two if I wanted to buy the game or not. He's a great guy. Awesome. Check him out. But 8 years ago, I was like, man, what if I do something like that? So what I did, I remember this. What I did was like, for some reason, the Elgato and the Xbox I was playing on wouldn't capture my microphone. The Elgato, you had to get like a whole nother setup and some crap shit to try and capture your mic back then. So what I did is I set up the Elgato, and then I bought a super long cord on a little shitty like $15 microphone stand, like a podcaster mic. It was really shitty. It was like $15. And I ran the cord from my computer in the corner of the room all the way to like the futon I had where I was playing the Xbox, where I play the Xbox. And you could hear me echo because I was like trying to talk to my mic like a good 2 feet away from my mouth. And I played Titanfall 2. I played Part 1, Part 2 apparently. And I did Mirror's Edge Catalyst. I made a Part 1 of that apparently. And the last video, because I put a video on there by accident recently, but the last video I did on that channel was 7 years ago when I stayed up with a whole bunch of guys and we were about to raid someone in Rust. And so that was the other game I could play, was Rust. I played Rust on that PC. That was the other one. So I put that one up. I recorded the raid and everything. Never put it up. Nope. And then the last technical video that's on that channel is Deep Rock Galactic, which was 2 years ago. And 2 years ago, I didn't mean to put it on that channel. I meant to put it on this channel. So for YouTube, so back to the very original being what YouTuber and stuff like that. I've been wanting to be a YouTuber since I was like 15, 16. I never had the capacity or capability of doing it. I mean, some people could say, oh yeah, you could. You just had to spend 2, 3, 4, 5, fucking 6 days uploading and downloading and recording and doing this and this and this. And oh, you just needed to save up money and invest in Elgato card early, or oh, you needed to spend yada 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 yada. Yeah, I know you could do it. I'm just saying in general, you know what I'm saying? So, didn't have the capacity or capability till I was about 18 or 19. I did do it and started to do it at 19, and I think it just died out for me because I didn't like the quality of it, and I was like, I don't know why. I think I was going through a bad part of my life as well during that time, and so I just it just fizzled out, unfortunately. And then whenever I made this one, which was like 3-4 years ago now, I was like, you know what? So, this is the point I was going to get into, this whole thing, this whole like 20-minute rant I just went on, this is the actual point I was trying to get to. And I described this to my brother Ashton, who is also a YouTuber, becoming a YouTuber now. I was like, you know what? I'm not cut out for recording. I'm really not. Because recording and clipping videos like a majority of the big YouTubers do and stuff like that takes a shit ton, 10 times the amount of effort and dedication than just streaming. Because in recording, one, you have to dedicate, let's just say it's a 15-minute video. You talk to most people who record, it takes them hours to get that footage. Hours. If you want a 30-40-minute video, fucking a whole day, 8 hours for just a little bit. So, one, recording, whatever amount of time you need, it costs 10 times that to actually get the footage. So, time dedication. 2, now you have to edit that. You have to scrub through it, edit it, add subtitles, add effects, add cuts, add visual effects, add audio effects, add all this shit. And I can guarantee you that's going to take twice as long as it took to record it. Because recording it, sure, you're just trying to get the footage, but that's it. That's all you're doing. You're not editing. So now, time dedication with editing is 10 times how long you actually want it to be. And 2, double that on top of editing, or on top of recording, is needed to edit. So now, all of a sudden, for me to pump out a 15-20 minute video that may or may not blow up, may get like 10 fucking views, or may turn around and get like 200 views. You never know. Depending on, and then also a thumbnail. That's a whole other thing. If you want to be, you know, a thumbnail, make your own fucking thumbnail. That takes like another fucking 5, 6, 7 hours. So doing all that to put out one 15-minute video, I would say minimum like 3-4 days. From beginning to end, to record, to edit, to scrub through, to do all those effects and changes, and then make your own thumbnail, and then upload it and post it. I'd say a solid 3 days. I feel like that's not bad. 3 days to post a 15-minute video. I'm good. I play and game too much to try and keep that schedule. Like, that is ridiculous. I want to game for 3 days. I don't want to game for 1 day and then spend 2 days of editing. No thanks. No thank you. That's not my cup of tea. 2, which is in my opinion the bigger one. If you can get past that first hurdle, good on you. The second biggest hurdle is content. You have to have some kind of content to put out. Otherwise, like, no one's just gonna watch there and, you know, sit there and watch you do nothing or just play your average day thing in videos. Most people don't. Like, there has to be some kind of content, you know? Like, Vanoss and them, they have funny shit and funny this and funny that. Some people have gameplay walkthroughs. Some people have news stuff. Some people have tips and tricks. I almost went tips and tricks, actually, for Tarkov. I almost did, like, tips and stuff like that. I put a few videos out for Tarkov. I tried. I was like, no, I'm not doing that. Some people have updates, news. Some people have funny moments with the crew. Some people have hide and seek. You know, there's always some kind of intention or content geared for that video that you are creating. So you need to never run out of content ideas. Like, you could talk to the Vanoss crew and watch their interviews and a lot of other people who talk about it. People who do videos run out of content ideas fast, and they burn out, and it's hard. It hits them hard. They go through phases, and it's really hard on them to continue to keep their YouTube career alive because they just run out. They don't know what to do. They're burnt out. They don't know what to do. It's like, man, I'm gonna spend all this time. I'm gonna spend 3-4 fucking days trying to put a video together for one video, and I'm like, that's really harsh. Like, are you even enjoying the game? And you could ask some of them this, and I think they answered some of it. They're like, yeah, there's some games that do not enjoy. There's some games that they only play off screen because they actually enjoy that game and they don't want it ruined. And I'm like, man, why would you want to be a YouTube content creator about the thing you don't enjoy? Like, that ruins the fun. Like, or like be those sweat fucking content creators that are like, oh yeah, this is the best loadout. Oh yeah, watch me drop 30 fucking children on my unemployment ass on a fucking couch, sweating my ass off in my mom's basement. Who the fuck watches? I don't get why people watch that shit. I don't. I just don't. Rage and this and that and drama and I don't get why people get like that. I don't understand it. If you want to enjoy that shit, you have fun. But I'm good. No thanks. Let me catch up what you guys were saying real quick. You know what would be a good video? You reacting to our gaming setups? I mean, if you want, I don't care. Yeah, like the other things, like community involvement videos. I have no problem with that. Or streams. I have no problem with that. I'm okay with that. It's fun. Doesn't bother me as long as it's my community. That's all I care about. If you become big enough, you can hire an editor that's far away from this point if it happens to. Yeah, I know. You can always offload it to an editor, of course, for sure. I mean, that's how all the big boys do it. I'm just saying, though, Do you really want your start of your career to be near ending because you can't take the editing anymore, to where you're like rushing to find an editor? Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I definitely would hire an editor for sure once you get big enough. For hands down, hire an editor for sure. But just, I don't. It's too much. It's too much. I mean, I think someone even said it once in an interview I was watching. It's like YouTube is work. It's not fun. It's not this. Sure, you're having those moments when you're recording, but it's work. And I'm like, I don't want to work. I want to have fun. That's what the point of this is. Fun. So, I asked myself when I was about to start this channel, or when I was early stage of this channel, because I was trying to do videos with this channel, and it hit me just like I'm talking to you guys right now. It hit me, the editing, the recording, the this, the that, the this, and I was like, man, I don't fucking like this, dude. It's fucking work. I work a full-time job. Why do I want to come home, play for an hour, and then edit for 3 hours? Like, no, that's not fun. And so I remember there was some drama about, maybe it was like Dr. Lupo or somebody. I don't remember who it was, but someone got banned off of Twitch, and it wasn't Dr. Disrespect. Maybe it was. Man, I don't remember who it was. It was some big person that got banned on Twitch and moved to YouTube. And I was like, YouTube has streaming? What? So I mean, I've heard of Twitch, and I knew about Twitch, and I knew how that community was, and I was like, not really my go-to, because you lose everything. Like, sure, streaming's great and all, but you lose everything. After like a week, all your shit's gone, unless you record it and post it on YouTube, and that's a hassle. No, I don't want that. Yeah, working somewhere and then coming home to work again would be exactly. Thank you, Harb. Thank you. And I was like, YouTube has streaming? What? Since when? Since when did YouTube have streaming? So then I go to YouTube and I go into the streaming, because I like to watch YouTube. I'm not a Twitch watcher. I'm a YouTube guy. So I start looking, and sure as shit, yeah, there's lists and lists of people streaming on YouTube. I'm like, when did this happen? And so I was like, okay, so what do I do for streaming? What do I do? So I thought about it, and I was like, I watched a few people, and I watched their setups, but the majority of it was, you know, just them playing their game and having a community. And sure, some of them would be like, hitting rank so-and-so, oh, playing with the boys, something like that. It wasn't really geared specifically tailored for something. So I was like, let me think about this. So I was like, can I be a YouTube streamer? Like, will people just enjoy a laid-back dude that genuinely loves games, is willing to talk about them, have a good time, willing to talk to his chat, willing to play with his chat when it comes to certain games, has a wide variety? Like, would you guys just enjoy me turning on a game, me booting up a stream, and then I got a face cam pretty quickly, I think, yeah, because most people don't like to watch streamers without a face cam, or the whole VTuber movement now. But you know, people want some kind of character to talk to, see to, whatever. And I was like, will people enjoy just me turning on a camera, booting up a game like I always do, and just having fun and having a good time and playing games? And on top of that, a large branch of my channel is those story let's plays, those single player story games, or maybe co-op story games that I genuinely love. I love to play them. I love to replay them. I am one of those gamers that fucking replay that shit because it's so damn good. And especially those games like Baldur's Gate 3, for example, which I have yet to stream for very good reason, that have a fuck ton of options and different endings and different choices, and how I can get into it and express and talk to my community. Like, well, people like that? And I was like, you know what? Let's just try it. Let's just try. I'm just gonna go, let's just say a year or two. Just gonna play. Just gonna boot it up the game. I'm gonna come home from work, boot up a game like I usually do, boot up the stream, hit start stream, and just play the game. And that's it. If someone pops in the chat, hell yeah, thank you very much. How's it going? Playing this, whatever. I'm playing with so-and-so, whatever. Will people like that? And that's how this began. And welcome, guys. That is exactly how all this started. is because I was just like that. And so to compare what I was saying earlier, streaming, you don't need all that work. Like for sure, planning could be some, for sure. You could be like, hey, this weekend I'm gonna do a 12-hour stream. This Saturday I have this. On my Tuesdays, for example, I do guild raids. So I'm like, hey, I want to make sure I stream my guild raid every Tuesday. You know, planning is definitely there, but that's not hard. Planning is not hard at all. Maybe coordinating with others on what day and what time. That's not hard at all. Overlays and maybe intros and stuff like that. Sure, that could take a day or two, maybe a weekend. But that's it. You only have to do it once. Unless you want to make changes. You only have to do it once. You don't have to go and fucking crazy edit every damn day. You only gotta do it once. Moderators. I mean, sure, you kind of have to moderate. Yeah, use your eyeballs, look over, see if anyone's going nuts, fucking spamming crap, or you know, you don't want certain people there. You have to self-moderate until either moderators want to do it for you, or sorry, community members that want to become moderators that will do it for you, or you hire a moderator. You know, a lot of options there, but that's it. I think the most amount of work I have is streaming is the thumbnails, and that's not even hard, because I'm lazy, and I'm not an artist, so I kind of mainly just do some kind of verbiage, the video game art, and then my logo, and that's it. You know, I have on my list is to get a thumbnail artist, but every fucking artist, thumbnail artist, some kind of media designer is desperate for work that they're willing to play friend and then try to get your business. And I'm not into that. No thanks. I've been burned twice. Well, I've been burned once, but the second one I was like, yeah, good thing I made sure I was right. So, yeah, streaming to me is more fun. Streaming to me is literally, can I do what I already do just with an audience? That's it. That's all streaming is. If you really think about it, that is all streaming is. Videos, you can edit, you can change, you can do tutorials, you could use shape it in so many ways of a video that it's always some kind of niche, always some kind of thing, always some kind of, have you seen this video, whatever. It's always specifically something. Streaming, at most, is the game they're playing or the character they are. For example, you know, Mr. Peanut or Stink Rat or Dr. Disrespect. Those are kind of characters. Stink Rat's not necessarily a character, but those are characters that they play kind of like as an actor, if that makes sense. That's not themselves, that's a character. Other than those two things, what game and what character they want to be, or VTubers, that's a big one. VTubers are characters. That is not them as a character. Other than those two things, that's it for streaming. That's all that you gotta do. That's it. Choose if you want to be a character, choose what character you want to be, pick a fucking game, and choose what you want to do for the day. Hit the live button, and then do your thing. That's it. That's all it is. That's all you gotta do for streaming. So I was like, looking at the two avenues I had, I was like, do I go through the insufferable content editing work, triple work, crazy shit for maybe a handful of views that maybe pop off or not, and then I get burned out after 2 months because I've run out of ideas to do? Or two, I game daily, every day after work or on the weekends. I game. So why don't I just hit the live button and then you guys just enjoy? You know what I'm saying? So do something that's extra work on top of something I like, but it's gonna burn me out. Or do what I'm already doing and just press a button and enjoy whatever audience pop in. That's a very easy answer. That's a very, very, very easy choice. I went with live stream. So, And then obviously when shorts came in, I was like, hey, you know what? A really good way for me to capture really funny moments instead of doing like editing montages, which again, right there, people are like, why don't you make a montage? Why don't you make funny shit? I'm like, I might. I almost did one for, you know, the year of 2024. And I was like, you know what? That's really good, but that's a fuck ton of work. And I don't have that time. I've got too much shit on my plate. So, but then shorts is the thing, and those capture those really small moments. And I was like, yeah, I can do that. I can, on my free time, maybe I'm at work, maybe I'm eating dinner, maybe I'm doing something that's not gaming related, or hell, even while I'm gaming, if I'm not streaming, I can just watch my streams, my past streams, and then just write down, oh hey, at this time, oh hey, at this time, oh hey, at this time. Go back, record that little segment of a minute, and then quickly edit, and then post. Like, shorts editing is so much easier than all that crap. And the constraint of 1 minute is like perfect. It's all that crap. I'm deciding, oh, is this content worthy? Oh, do I have to make up an idea? Nope. I just go back to my stream. I was like, that was a really good moment. That's really funny. Record that segment, pull it over here, edit it however I want, post. Like, I love doing the shorts. If it's especially for funny shit. And I hope to get better at editing for the shorts, but they're definitely funny as fuck, for sure. That's my whole spiel. I'll read your comments in a second. That's my whole spiel, guys. It lasted, I don't fucking know, 40 minutes, 30 minutes of... What was your original question? Let me see if I can find it again real quick. When you said your rough childhood earlier, you weren't kidding, damn. Yeah, and then... Honestly, in your stream is the best job of all time, and getting paid would be a dream. Exactly, right there, yeah. So... My life started as out in the cornfields, didn't have the possibility, moved out, had the possibility, burned out because recording was just not my thing. Editing and recording was just not my thing. To streaming because it's literally what I love to do every day, and I just hit a fucking button and have a community and an audience join me, and then on the side record some record some 1 tiny minute segments to put on shorts. Best time of my life for sure. And if this grows wild, I don't know what the hell I'll turn into. Hands down, I know I'm gonna love it, to be just, especially being paid to do what I love. Like at some point, to kind of tie in with game design, my dad gave me a good idea. He's like, man, maybe you could start now, maybe you could start later, but like, if you're willing to, maybe you could be like, I made this game, you know, I'm gonna do some dedicated live streams on like Friday or something like that. Say, hey, I'm making this game on the side, you know, and here's to show off my game. I'm not gonna show you how I made it, but I'm gonna show off the game, kind of show my audience, this is what I did, talk to them about this is what I did, this is what I think. Maybe I'll get some audience ideas, maybe I don't, I have no idea. Show off the game until finally I put it out, and then bam, right there I have a whole customer base right there of you guys saying, hey, I'm down to try this game, you know. So he gave me a really good idea, and I definitely would love to do that. But right now my plate is just so full of shit, and yeah, for now it's on the back burner, but I'm wanting to put it on the front burner as fast as possible. But right now it's just on the side for now because I've got so much shit. So yeah, so being a full-time streamer, getting paid to do what I love. And then on top of that, once I can, especially if I can, if it can pay my bills and I can fully swap to do my bucket list, my top tier, my life does not get better than this, of streaming full time to pay my bills, and then on the side, game design and make my own games, which then will fuel, once I make them, whatever income I get right there will fuel further game design and so on and so forth, and it just keeps going. So that would be amazing. That's my end goal of life right there, is that hands down 100% full-time streamer and full-time game designer. Like, that's what I want. People are like, what do you want to do with your life? When you ask a kid or something like that, what do you want to be when you grow up? What do you want to be with the rest of your life? Full-time streamer, full-time game designer. All right, there's my answers. So hopefully that answers your question, Harb. At 40 minutes of talking right there. Yeah, I watched Elden Ring streamer when... Hold on one second. Let me read that. So you watch an Elden Ring streamer, and when his camera crashed, he said, "Okay, 50% of my content is now gone," and I feel like it hit the nail on the head. The camera. Oh yeah, yeah, yep. Yep. Yeah, when it comes to character in streaming, I understand VTubers. I get it. Understand why. I know why they do it. I get it. You know, I get it. I get it. That's all I'm gonna say. They can be very authentic, but it's never authentic. Face cam is the most authenticity you can be, like, period. And I feel like there's a layer between that. There's a layer. You're either authentic or you're either an actor. So always two different things. Yes, while you're an actor, you can be authentic, but you will not be this authentic. That's just how I feel. I feel like that's across the board for everybody, and any kind of content, you know. So, like, I mean, hell, actors nowadays for movies, they can be great fucking actors, but they're absolute garbage humans. Like fucking Will Smith, the fucking Oscar slap. Oh my god. Seriously, he's a great actor. He's got a lot of good movies, and he's a great actor, but piece of shit human. Oh man, that was funny as fuck. Oh, I remember that. I remember watching that. But yeah. Bunkman. Wish I had people in my streams to talk to so I can content create. Yeah, it just takes time, Bonkman. Just takes time, man. I mean, literally, to help you out, Bonkman, you guys are talking to me right now, right? And there's 3 of you. There's Bachman and Harb on my main stream, and then we have Josh over here on my shorts live stream. So I have 3 people actively talking to me. 3. And this has taken me, and I created the channel in May of 2021, and we're like a week or 2 away from May. So it's taken me 4 years. So I'm almost on my 4-year anniversary with YouTube. So Bonkman, to give you an idea, from day 1 to now, 4 years to get 3 people to talk to me during a stream. So all I'm gonna say, man, is it takes time and dedication. That's all I can say. And then, as the queso says, it's 90% luck, 10% work. So shit ton of luck, man. Just keep going, man. Josh, LOL 2 days. Yeah, I saw that. You're listening. Yep. W backstory. W story time. Yep. Appreciate it, guys. Thank you.